We are here at the Texas Library Association show in Dallas with Laurie Knowlton. Hi, Laurie.
Hi, how are you today?
Good, how are you?
Say howdy, partner.
Perfect. So, Laurie, tell me a little bit about your books that are so beautiful behind you.
Well, thank you. Actually, the first in the series was a book called Why Cowboys Sleep with Their Boots On. And it's a fun book about a cowboy and his tenacity to hang in there even when things get tough. Each one of the books are kind of fun. They each have a little twist in them. The second one was Why Cowboys Need a Brand, and that one was as a result of my father always reading The Little Engine That Could to me with that can-do attitude, so it's kind of my Western can-do book. Why Cowboys Need a Partner, that book is about friendship, and that friends come in different shapes and sizes and colors and ages, and that we need to just accept who they are and enjoy them for who they are. The last is Why Cowgirls Are Such Sweet Talkers, and I really kind of felt like we needed a book about treating each other the way we want to be treated. And so that's kind of what the cowgirl keeps whispering, and so the kids always ask me, well, what did she say to him? What did she say? And then I asked them, I said, well, what did she say? And they said, well, I think she was probably telling him he could do it and it would be okay, and they were fine. And I said, that's right, they were all encouraging words. Nana's Rice Pie is actually my grandmother's book. When we were little kids, my grandmother used to come to our house and she would make all kinds of different foods, but my favorite always was her rice pie. And so this is a family story, but it's a family history story about rice farming, and there's kind of that parallel and oral history being passed down from grandmother to grandchild. Red, White, and Blue is my first book with Pelican that I wrote and illustrated, and the nice thing about that one was that it really brought up all of my memories as a child of learning about being patriotic and 4th of July and parades and the Statue of Liberty and the meaning of that and what our freedoms mean. And when I started to write this book, I decided that it needed to be written and illustrated in fabric because our flag represents the fabric of America. And so each of the illustrations actually was done with red, white, and blue fabric that I purchased and then proceeded to cut and paste and sew together. And so this was really a labor of love. So that tells a little bit about the books that I have with Pelican. I do have an ABC book coming out, a Cowgirl ABC book that I'm real excited about.
That's very exciting.
So Pelican is home, and it's a good place to be.
Good. And was Red, White, and Blue easier or harder since you were illustrating it and writing it?
You know, it was an interesting experience on both sides because as I was writing it, I had very strong visuals. So when it came time to do the illustrations, it just kind of flowed. I did have a couple of times when I started them out smaller, and then I ended up making them larger and adding more detail and things. But it was a real labor of love, and one that I enjoyed the process of.
And you do school and library visits as well?
I do. I'm a former teacher, so that everything I do is age appropriate, so that my kindergarten and first grade program is not the same as my 5th grade program. It's very interactive. Everything I do, the kids are right there with me. It's inspirational because I was a non-reader until I was in 5th grade, so I encourage the students to claim their abilities, not their disabilities, and to go ahead and overcome those disabilities. And so I encourage them. I also, of course, do the whole cowboy thing, and also parts of a story. You know, what it takes, character, setting, plot, which is, you know, the character gets into a question or a problem that needs to be solved by the end of the story. How you get to climax and then solution. And those are all the things that these kids have to know for their 4th grade tests. So it's very affirming to them to know that the things like editing that their teachers are teaching them to do are very important.
Well, wonderful. And if people want more information, they can visit your website at
www.laurieknowlton.com or
the Pelican website at www.pelicanpub.com. So thank you, Laurie.
Well, thank you for taking a few minutes with me today. Yeehaw, partner.
Bye-bye.